Welcome to this explainer. Have you ever actually wondered how an entire ancient civilization, with all its vibrant life, its bustling trade, and its deep wisdom, could possibly be preserved and passed down through the centuries? Usually, we're looking to sprawling ruined cities or vast archaeological digs to piece these stories together. But sometimes a single artifact holds an entire world within its pages. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating cultural and linguistic works in human history. We're looking at a text that's basically a time machine, a unique window into the great Uyghur and Turkic civilizations.
To really get to the heart of this work, we've got to start with the poetry of the era. Kuvveti arman dilen açtı. This translates to, the power opened with hope. I mean, wow, this isn't just some dry historical record, right? It's deeply poetic. It captures the spirit, the incredible resilience, and the aspirations of the people back then. It sets this profoundly historical and cultural tone for everything we're going to uncover today. The words themselves carry the weight of centuries, literally whispering the stories of the people who originally spoke them.
So, let's jump right into Section 1, a monument of Uyghur culture.
When we talk about this text, authored by the great scholar Məhmۇd, we absolutely aren't looking at a simple dictionary or a basic glossary. No way! This work is a foundational pillar. It captured a fleeting, incredibly dynamic era and practically carved it into history. Historians treat this text with immense reverence, and for good reason. It acts as a mirror, perfectly reflecting the society, the intellect, and the daily life of a world that, honestly, might otherwise have been lost to time completely. It's this vast, sweeping encyclopedia. Məhmۇd didn't just jot down words, he documented the entire universe as his people understood it. We're talking meticulous records of their history, we see the intricacies of their language and literature, he even captured their folklore, the stories told around the fires, and their understanding of astronomy. It truly encompasses one world, all inside one book. Flipping through its pages is basically like traveling through time.
Moving on to Section 2, Inside the Great Divan.
So the text we're talking about is known as a divan. And a divan is so much more than just a simple lexicon or word list. It's a vast, highly systematic collection. Məhmۇd didn't just collect words at random. He categorized regional dialects, he mapped out the geography of the speakers, and he preserved precious cultural artifacts through linguistic definitions. Think about that. He was acting as a geographer, a linguist, and an ethnographer, all at the same time, capturing the exact vocabulary of his era with incredible scientific precision. It's literally a methodological masterpiece.
And the way this is put together brilliantly illustrates the absolute genius of Turkic morphology. We start with base concepts: winter, grass, salt, water. Pretty basic, right? But notice how, by adding simple, specific suffixes to these base words, an entirely new, geographically vital vocabulary is born. Kush, meaning winter, becomes kushlak, a wintering place. Grass becomes ochlak, a pasture. Salt becomes tuzlak, and water becomes sulak. It's like a giant puzzle seamlessly coming together. Məhmۇd documented exactly how this language dynamically shaped itself around the harsh environment and the nomadic geography of the people. It's a perfect marriage of language and landscape.
Which brings us to Section 3, the modern scholar's effort.
But you might be wondering, how did this ancient text actually make its way to us today? Well, 15. That number represents 15 continuous years of meticulous, frankly exhausting research. An ethnographic and geographical work of this immense scale doesn't just translate and publish itself, right? The modern scholars working on this text spent a decade and a half deeply branching out, gathering materials, organizing the data, and really fighting to fully grasp the complexities of the source material. It was an absolute labor of love and just a massive scientific undertaking to pull this history into the present day.
And this monumental task absolutely wasn't achieved in a vacuum. A dedicated team of scholars, we're talking about Abdullah Effendi, Ibrahim Effendi, Shan Effendi, Abdurrashid, and Habibullah Effendi, worked in a deeply collaborative environment to make this happen. Some of them zeroed in on the intense organizational framework, while others totally dedicated themselves to the strict scientific and linguistic translations required just to publish this specific third edition. They operated as this unified scientific committee, honoring Məhmud's original methodology while applying rigorous modern academic standards. Simply put, their teamwork is the only reason we can even access this cultural treasure today.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final thought to chew on. The immense effort of these scholars unlocked an entire civilization for the modern world. But it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much of your own history, how many incredible stories, dialects, and forgotten ways of life are currently locked away in untranslated books, just sitting quietly in dusty archives somewhere?
Preserving and translating these cultural artifacts isn't just some dry academic exercise, it's the absolutely vital act of remembering who we are. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I really hope this sparks your curiosity to look a little deeper into the history hidden all around us.